So if you all just want to click OK on your screen, just to make sure you still get to hear everything I say and get to ask your questions. So welcome to our free necklace call tonight. It is Wednesday, June 2nd. Oh my goodness, time is flying by. Would you believe that everybody on this team has not been, there's no one on our team that has been in for longer than 6 months, because the majority of us started in December. Well, all of us started sometime in December or after, when our former company closed, and we're having so much fun. This has been like the most amazing transition ever. I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Carolyn Davis-Rohlin. I have been in direct sales for 18 years, but my former company closed at the end of 2020. We all know COVID was really hard on a lot of companies, and ours was no exception. And I thought I was going to go into real estate or something, until my friend Jennifer had signed up with Park Lane. And I listened to her with a very skeptical mind, because I knew that it was time for me to do real estate. Because, sometimes you just think, And I listened to everything she was saying, and I was like, yeah, that all sounds good and fine, but I'm going to go sell houses. And then I went and met with my friend the next day to sell houses. And I left that meeting thinking, yeah, I'm going to sell houses. But I just could not stop thinking about Park Lane and all the things Jennifer told me and all the specials. I mean, it was all so good. I'm like, it almost sounds like too good to be true. But since it is so good, why don't I just give it a try? And I'll just tinker around with it. And so I signed up to just, play with this little jewelry business. And Park Lane has done so much for us and given us so many contests and things that it grew within 3 weeks. I think 3 to 4 weeks, I was like, I have to decide if I want to go to the Park Lane conference or if I want to go to the real estate conference to learn how to sell houses. And Park Lane was going so well. I was like, I have to see where this goes. And so I chose the Park Lane road, and I do not regret it 1 second. A month later, I resigned from my job, and it has just been amazing. So I'm super excited to share with you. Maybe you're looking at this for, maybe you're thinking you want something full-time, but I would say the majority of people are kind of where I was, and you're looking for something that maybe you would just tinker and play around with. And that's totally okay, because that's all I was going to do with it. And, but maybe you are looking for something more full-time, or to pay off some debt, whatever it is you're looking for. I think you will find that Park Lane can meet your needs in a lot of areas. So I'm going to talk kind of about the 3 Ps of Park Lane. I'm going to talk a little bit about the people. I'm going to talk a little bit about the product, which obviously it's jewelry. I mean, don't we just love jewelry? And I'm going to talk about the programs. And the programs are my favorite part, because that's what makes it also amazing, is all of the programs that Park Lane does for us. And I talk fast, so we're usually done by 8 o'clock, just FYI. I try to slow myself down, and I just can't seem to do it. And I'm sorry about my dog barking out there, if you can hear her. I've closed the doors. I've done what I can do. She's still barking. So a little bit about the people. Park Lane has been around for 65 years. Arthur and Shirley Levine started it when they were teenagers. They were 17 and 19 years old, newlyweds, and they wanted Shirley to have something she could do, because back then there just wasn't a lot of options for women in the workforce. So they started Park Lane as just this little bitty company, and then it has grown over the years to a worldwide company. They have franchises in I don't know how many different countries. But I think it's 2003, 3 of their kids bought it from them. So now it's run by those 3 kids. So it's been family owned and operated since the beginning. And one of the things I love about the Levine family is they have always vowed to never take more than 3% of the profit from the company. So most companies, just to put this into perspective, most companies take 25 to 35% of the profit. And so with all that excess money, they pour it back into the programs that they do for us. That's how they're able to give us 2 travel trips a year, and Mercedes cars, and free jewelry every single month. And I'm going to talk about those things a little more when I get to the programs. But I just love the generosity of the company and their desire to empower women. And I mean, now their desire is to empower everyone. I mean, technically you could be a man selling jewelry, but I haven't met one yet. So the most of it, they're empowering us women to have jobs where there is no glass ceiling. We don't run out of room to grow. It can be whatever you want it to be. I'm going to go to St. Croix here in a month on a scuba diving trip, and I'm going to do a virtual show while I'm there because we can work our business remotely if you want to do that. So I just love that we have all this flexibility. So a little bit about the product. We have a full service jewelry line, which means we have pieces that appeal to every age group, every price range. We have $20 pieces and we have like $200 pieces, even though nobody ever pays $200 because our sales are always so good. We have all the different trends. We have boho, we have designer inspired, we have the dainty, delicate pieces. Like this necklace I have on right now is called Harper, and I'm wearing the little birdie earrings. These are Kendra Scott inspired. Oh, look, Rayanne and I were twinning. So we have just a lot of variety. I have not met anyone yet that says there's just nothing I like, because there really is something for everyone. And one of the things that we have that Parkland offers is an unconditional guarantee. So when people buy jewelry from you, they are completely confident that if they get it and they don't like it, they can send it back for any reason in the first 4 months, not 30 days, not 60 days, 4 months. They can send it back for any reason and exchange it for something else. Even if they break it, they can send it back and Park Lane will replace it for free in the first 4 months, even if it was their fault. I know some of you were hostesses with our former company, and our guarantee was, based off of manufacturing defects. And it is not that way in Park Lane. You could like take this ring off and chew it up and be like, send it back. I wouldn't recommend it because it's not good for your teeth, and your teeth, they won't replace those. But they replace your jewelry no matter what. In the first 4 months, it's free. After that, it's only $10. So love their guarantee. The jewelry is very high quality. They have less than a 1% return rate. And that counts people like needing to change their ring size, or they just, didn't like something as much as they thought they would. I have only, I don't know, maybe I've had people send back 4 or 5 pieces that were broken. It's been very, very few. I have been shocked by the amount of returns I have had to do, the small amount of returns that I've had to do. And our customers can even do the returns themselves from their computer, or you can do it for them and have it email them the form. They can print it off and mail it in. I mean, it is so easy to handle returns in Park Lane. And after doing lots of returns in my former company, I super, super appreciate how easy the Park Lane return process is. Really, the only downside to our guarantee is it's totally going to spoil you to where when you go shop other places and your jeans break 6 months down the road and you want them to replace your jeans, they're going to be like, are you on something? No, we're not going to replace those. So I love our guarantee, and I love how much our customers love the guarantee. And I also really appreciate that we don't have to keep inventory. So you usually wind up with a lot of jewelry because Park Lane has so many contests for you to win jewelry. Do you guys hear her? Can you hear the dog? Okay, I'm so sorry. I need to put her like in a room, in a closet inside a room, and then shut myself in the office. And then maybe people won't hear her so much. But we don't have to keep inventory. So the jewelry that we have, it's our own jewelry. If you buy it, it's a tax write-off. If you win it, you don't get 1099 on it. You get to just have this free jewelry that you use and you show. And if people like it, they order it. And Park Lane ships the jewelry straight to the customer. The hostesses don't have to deliver it. You don't have to deliver it. It is so, so super easy. And your website is so user-friendly that anyone can go on there and just go click, click, buy, and boom, it ships to them. So it's amazing. But that brings me to our programs, which I said was my favorite part. And so this is where I'll probably spend the most amount of time, because I think this is what you all will appreciate as well. We have programs in Park Lane that are great for our customers, that are great for our hostesses, and that are great for us as stylists. So let's talk about the customers first and foremost, because I mean, let's face it, without customers, we have zero business, right? So Park Lane has what I believe to be the best customer sale in the industry, and it's happening all year long. all the time, 365 days a year, your customers can purchase any 2 full price items. And these can be their least expensive items, like their birdie earrings. These are only $30. They can purchase 2 full price items, and then they can get up to 4 items at half price. And these can be their most expensive items. And what this does for you is it makes your friends and your customers love you, because they look at how much they've saved in their cart. Like, when you check out at Kohl's and they give you the receipt and you only spent $150 and they're like, you saved $300. And you feel good about that. Our carts do that. Our website does that. It says you've spent this much, you saved this much. And then on top of those half price items, they usually have additional specials. So sometimes they can get a $200 item for $25. Sometimes they can even get an extra $100 item for free, like they can right now. They do specialty items that are called style drops that are so deeply discounted. These will be items that may only be around for a week or two, but they'll be like $300 items that are on sale for $30 when they make a $40 purchase, something like that. So they're so good about their marketing that you always have new and exciting information to go back in front of your clientele with. Maybe you have a VIP group, or maybe you're working your business on Instagram or YouTube, or maybe you're just doing home shows. But every time you go to do a show, there is some sort of exciting sale, at least one, lots of times 2 or 3, that you can share with your customers. So you don't have to come up with that. So in my former company, we would have 2 or 3 months a year when they would have like a hostess special, but they didn't run customer specials. We had to come up with our own customer specials. It either had to come out of our pocket, or we had to bring stuff with us to the show and be like, if you buy this, we'll give you this. But Park Lane has it like all wrapped up in a bow for you with graphics that you don't have to create. And we get to just share what they have already done for us. So I love, love, love our customer sale. I think it is what sealed the deal for me as far as this, because when I first looked at the catalog and I saw that some pieces were over $100, I thought, my friends aren't going to spend that. But then when I realized nobody spends that, everybody gets their expensive items either at half price or for $25 or for free. So anything over $100 is never over $100. It's either half price, $25 or free. And again, your friends love you because you have saved them so much money. There's a sale going on this week, and I'm not going to get into all the details right now, but like my average cart, they're spending like $85 and they're saving, $200 or $300. It's crazy good. So, on top of that, let's see, I think we have brand new pieces that drop every month. And so you don't have to own these pieces because everyone shares their graphics. It's not like a territorial graphic company. We have a whole Park Lane social graphics community where people take pictures, post them, and you're able to use everybody else's pictures. So if you don't have a piece, you can find a great picture of that piece either on the website or in that social graphics community. So you're always able to post these pictures and keep that interest going in your group. Now let's talk about our hostesses. Has anybody on here been a hostess for whoever invited you yet? I know people can't see the recording, but did y'all get a lot of free jewelry? It's really good. So when you host a show, when anybody hosts a show with you, say you become the stylist and your friend Susie Q has a show with you, Park Lane gives her a thank you item, which is anything up to $200 for $25. So me personally, I would book a show just for that because that's $175 savings on that one item. But that's just one little tiny part of our hostess plan, because she also gets free credit. She gets a $20 credit for each individual order on her show. So if she has 5 friends come and order, she's going to get $100 in free jewelry. And I love that Park Lane changed this. Instead of it being like, we're going to give you X% of your sales, to where women are having to like prejudge which of their friends are going to spend the most. Even if somebody comes to your party and they only spend $20, the hostess still gets a $20 credit. But the magic happens when she gets to 10 orders. And that's what we do as stylists, is we just work really hard to coach our hostesses to get to those 10 orders. Because when she hits 10 orders, it doubles to $40 per order. which if you do the math, 10 times 40 is $400 in free jewelry. And women are loving getting $400 in free jewelry. Your friends will love you when you tell them you get to pick out $400 in free jewelry. And there's no cap on that. So if you have, let's say, 15 orders, what is that? $600 in free jewelry. It just goes up and up. You could have 20 orders and get $800 in free jewelry. There is no cap. So it's really amazing. And the hostess gets to shop at half price. And I forgot to say this on the customer special, but those half price items, when your customers buy 2 at full price and then get up to 4 at half price, you make your commission off the half price items also. And it's the same with the hostesses. When they use their half price items, you make commission off of those half price items. So you may have a $400 or $500 show, but then your hostess goes and shops and uses her half price items. Then you may have a $500 or $600 show that you're making profit from. So that blew my mind when I found that out. It's really helpful for us because the more income we make, the more generous we can be as far as things we give away, things we do with our families. My family, we like to go to the lake and go boating a lot and go fishing. And so the more income I can make in the evenings doing virtual shows equals the more time I can spend at the lake with my son catching fish. So I just love our flexibility that we have. So those 2 programs, the hostess special and the customer special, really work hand in hand because everybody wants to shop from the hostess's show because they're getting such a good deal. The hostesses want to book shows because they got such a good deal. They want to share that sale with their friends because don't you guys feel that way when you go to a store and you find some killer deal on designer shoes or something? And you call your friends and you're like, oh my gosh, you've got to go to Dillard's right now. All the $100 shoes are on sale for $10. And that's kind of how it is with our sale. Women are booking shows with us because they want to share this customer special with their friends. So those 2 specials really work hand in hand together. And then on top of that, they have the most amazing programs for us as stylists. And I'm just going to hit on a few of these because if I try to tell you all the good stuff they do for us, I'll lose you. You'll be like, okay, Carolyn, I can't even compute all this stuff you're telling me. But first of all, they have an amazing fundraiser program. So if you have any causes that are near and dear to your heart or friends that have causes, Park Lane will let you do fundraisers for any nonprofit, and they will donate 50% of the sales straight to that nonprofit. And you just have to get it approved. It takes about 2 to 3 days to get it approved. And when it's over, they just cut a check and they send it to that person or that nonprofit. Guess what they do out of the other 50%? They still pay you your commission from the other half that Park Lane has. So it's not like you're doing this event for free. You're still making income from this event and you're raising significant funds for whatever amazing cause it is you're supporting. This is one of my favorites. We have 2 travel trips per year that we can win or earn, I should say earn. And Rayanne has already earned it. She's on this call. She's earned it for her and her husband. And we have LaDonna has earned it. Linda has earned it. The trip we've earned is to Key West, Florida. And they usually have one trip that's like a toes in the sand kind of trip and one that's maybe like a European sightseeing trip. Hopefully we will get back to the European sightseeing trip in 2021 as the world is slowly getting a little bit more back to normal. But I love trips like this because I am a very frugal person and it's hard for me to spend money on extravagant trips. And the fact that Park Lane will send us on one and pay for everything. They pay for your airfare. They pay for your meals. They pay for your hotel. It's like all expense paid vacation. That's the only way I would ever get to travel like this, because the rest of the time I'm like pinching pennies and I'm like, oh no, we can't spend that. We can't do that. But the fact that we can win these luxurious trips is like my love language. So I love our travel trips. We have a program called Rich Rewards Club, which is how you can earn jewelry to keep replenishing what you have. So every single month you can earn up to $1,150 through our Rich Rewards Club. And I'll just go over the first couple levels. So if you sell $1,000 in the first 2 commission weeks of the month, they give you $250 in free jewelry. If you sell $2,500 over the whole month, then they will give you the designer ensemble that's going to launch the following month. You'll just win it for free. They'll mail it to you, and then you'll have it when it drops on the website. So you'll already have new jewelry to show the following month. So you're not constantly having to invest your own money into getting new jewelry. We do a lot of prizes on our shows, and I don't have to buy those because every month I'm earning these Rich Rewards Club certificates. And so I can go in and order jewelry to just give away. I feel like I'm at a parade and I'm like, you get a necklace, you get a necklace. Tonight, one of you are going to win a necklace because Park Lane has been so generous and I have extra necklaces. So it's so fun to be able to earn free jewelry every single month. In my former company, you could earn jewelry at certain times of year or as a brand new stylist. You could not earn this kind of jewelry every single month. And on top of that, you can host your own show as many times as you want. So that $400 in free jewelry, you could have a show every week if you wanted to, and you could be the hostess, get the free jewelry, make the profit, and slowly build your collection until you're like some of us and you have like everything in the catalog. It's so fun. I'm just telling you, getting free jewelry just doesn't get old. So let's talk about how you make money. If you decide this does sound like fun and maybe you want to do it, in Park Lane, you have the opportunity to earn weekly commission off of your own personal sales and off of your team sales if you choose to build a team. And everyone makes at least 30% commission, and you can make as much as 50% commission, just depending on where you are in the compensation plan. So let's say you sign up today, you have no leadership experience in direct sales. You would start out making 30%, but as soon as you've sold $1,000 yourself and you sponsor a qualified recruit, you promote to the first level of leadership and you get your first 5% raise. And then after that, it's pretty easy to get the next 5% raise. And so it's pretty easy. You can work your way up the comp plan fairly easily. And what I've learned from this is even 30% is almost more than we were making before, because our average shows before in our former company were $400 to $500. And I'm finding most of our average shows now are more like $800 to $1,200 because women love the customer special. They don't want to leave those half price items on the table. And your hostesses are taking advantage of their half price items too. So our shows are personally, I could speak for myself personally. Personally, my shows are more than double what they used to be. And it's just been amazing. And one of the things I love about our compensation plan is, let's say you promote, you don't have to do anything to maintain that level. So you never go backwards in Park Lane. If you promote to, say, division leader, or I'm a senior division leader, if you have previous leadership experience in a former direct sales company, you may qualify for a direct appointment. And I came in with a direct appointment to a senior division leader. And if I don't have to maintain a certain level of sales or activity to keep that title. So as you promote, if you have a slow month or a slow year, you're okay. You get to keep your level and your commission just the same as it was. When you build a team, you get paid infinitely deep. And I'm not even going to try to explain it. I just know it's good the way it works. As you build a team and girls promote under you, you may make a smaller amount off of them as they promote, but you make it off of them and their entire team. It's not like you only make it off of your first, second, and third levels. You make it off of your whole team. And so it really, it causes a very nice team spirit because everyone's working together to help everyone. You'll help people no matter what level they're in under you. Well, here's a question. Can new stylists plug their friends into your mega shows? They can. That must be Gail. So we do mega shows at least twice a month, which is where me and one other girl on our team, a lot of times it's Rayanne. This coming Monday, it's Corey Broddle. We will do a virtual show where we do all the posts, we do the videos, and you can invite your friends, but then they shop with you. So you don't even have to like do the work except for texting and saying, hey, do you want to come to this fashion show on Monday night? And when they say yes, you say great. And then they send you their wish list and you send them a smart cart, which you will learn how to do because we'll teach you how to cart share. It is magical when you can like put everybody's stuff in their cart for them and just send them a link and they just have to click checkout. It's amazing. But yeah, we do virtual mega shows twice a month, and you can definitely invite your people to that. Thank you for reminding me about that, Gail. Let's see, they have lots of other programs. There's even a Mercedes car program that 3 girls on our team have earned so far, totally accidentally. We were all just working on the Rich Rewards Club. We were all just trying to win this free jewelry every week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, you know, there's always just this little carrot. We were chasing these little carrots and we looked and we were like, oh my gosh, I earned the Mercedes car. And you can either take $700 a month towards a Mercedes car lease, or you can take $500 a month cash buyout. So far, we've all been practical and we've taken the $500. But one of these days, one of us is going to get the Mercedes. Let's see. And you can double, triple, and quadruple dip in all of these programs. So as you're earning points for the free jewelry each month, those points also go towards your trip. They also go towards your Mercedes car program. They also go towards whatever extra piece of jewelry. A lot of times they offer 1 or 2 extra pieces of jewelry a month that we can win for free just for doing X amount of sales. And what we're using to win one contest, we also get to use to win that contest. It's so good. You just won't know till you join us because you're going to love it. It's amazing. So let's talk starter kits. We have 3 different levels you can come in at. I'm kind of pro the big kit or the medium kit just because I think it's nice to have a lot of jewelry to show. But you can come in as low as $99. That's our quick start kit. And through tonight, for sure, it may get extended, but we know for sure tonight through midnight, you can pay $99. And instead of just getting $99 in jewelry like it used to come with, you can pick out $500 worth of jewelry. But I will tell you, $500 worth of jewelry, you'll go through that really fast. And you'll be like, man, wish I had more jewelry. So if you can swing it, I would at least do the medium size kit, which is our standard kit. It's only $229 and you get to pick out $1,000 worth of jewelry with this kit. It comes with a Park Lane logo tablecloth, a ring sizer, a bag, some little travel jewelry rolls. So that's a really good one. The one I got started with, and I think Rayanne got started with it. We got started with the presidential kit. I think Angel probably did too. And I know Gail did too. I guess we're just a bunch of jewelry junkies as I look at us girls on this call, but you get to pick out $2,500 worth of jewelry, and $639 may sound like a lot of money, but when I joined my former company, it was like $1,300 to get started. And I didn't get that much jewelry. So $2,500 worth of jewelry to pick out, first of all, is a lot of fun. And it gives you a lot of variety to show. It comes with the tablecloth, the bag, and all 3 of these kits, no matter which one you decide to choose, they all come with your website for a year. And we have no renewal fees to stay in Park Lane. The only thing you have to pay annually is $99 to renew your website. So once you're in, you're in. You just have to keep your website going. And we have no quotas, so you can do a lot of shows, a few shows, or you can just wear the jewelry and sell the jewelry. As people are complimenting you, you can send them to your website. It's really just been the most amazing thing. So I hope you girls, at least some of you, will decide to give it a try. I love how Rayanne says this, and my friend Kathy used to say this too. You don't have to marry it. You just have to date it for a little while, because whether you get in for $99, $229, or $639, you're going to make that money back in your first 1 to 4 shows. And then you own all of this jewelry. You have a debt-free business. You have a website that you can have people shop from anytime you want. You have our mega shows twice a month that you can invite your friends to, where they can shop with you and you don't even have to do a show. But I think you may find that your friends are loving it so much, you might want to do shows for them, because everybody just loves to get together and see the jewelry, whether it's in person or maybe they just want to see you on Facebook or on Zoom. It's a lot of fun. Is there anything I should have covered that I didn't cover, Rayanne or Angel or Gail? poor Gail with her Wi-Fi. She has to type her questions to me because sometimes her internet just doesn't work.
The only thing I would say is that since Gail brought up the mega shows, is that one of our girls did earn the Mercedes just through doing her shows on our mega shows. And
It's true.
so that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, she never did. She has done a couple shows on her own now, but I think they were in person. She never did any virtual shows. She just invited her hostesses and her customers to our mega shows, and she earned the Mercedes car.
She will not go online. She will not go live, even in her VIP group yet. I'll call her out.
So if you feel like, oh, this all sounds great, but I'm just not good with all that virtual stuff, that's okay. You don't have to be good with that virtual stuff. You can use our virtual stuff, or you can have your friends over in person, or go to your friends' houses in person. And women in person playing with jewelry, that's just natural. They pick it up, they try it on, they buy it. If there is a little more learning curve online, but once you figure out the online thing, it's amazing because you get to do your shows in your slippers. When you're done, you're already home and you can just take a shower and go to bed. So it's amazing. I love the online virtual world, and I love the in-person world. And now that things are starting to open back up, I like that I can kind of do some of both. So what you're going to want to do is whoever invited you is going to send you a link to a survey. It's only got like 4 or 5 questions on it, but by filling out that survey by noon tomorrow, that gets you into our drawing for the free necklace. And then, yeah, if you're curious at all, ask questions. If you're concerned about something, tell her what your concerns are. Let her practice overcoming objections, even if you have no desire to ever do this. Tell her try to poke holes in her Park Lane plan and let her tell you why she still thinks it could work. And if it's something that you think would be a blessing for you in your life, I'd invite you to join us, because we do have the most amazing team and support, and we're all having a ton of fun together, and we would love for you to come join us and have fun with us too. So I'm going to end the recording.